And hello from Cleveland, noon Eastern here. We expect the president to take the stage at about 1:20. Those remarks live as they happen on this special edition of America's News Headquarters. I'm Leland Vittert. Liz, it occurs to me that we're just a couple of hundred yards from where you were in November. And I got to tell you, it's a little bit warmer, but no less divided here.
That's right. I'm Elizabeth Brandt. Thank you so much for joining us. We all remember that President Trump won Ohio by 8 points in November. That being said, it's no indication of what we'll see on Tuesday. And Leland, you're getting a preview for us.
Definitely a preview, both from the Democratic side, the Republican side as well. Some of the issues here, the primaries here in Ohio, are the first statewide election since the Buckeye State went for President Trump in 2016. It was key on his road to the White House. But there are big questions now about just how big his coattails are. As we speak, the president is at a campaign event for his pick in the Senate primary. We have that race. We'll get to it in a minute. First, though, to the hotly contested race to replace term-limited Governor John Kasich. There were 4 Republican candidates. There are now 2. One of them, current Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor, who joins us now. Nice to see you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Beautiful day to be in Cleveland.
Welcome to Cleveland.
It's great. It's great to be here. We'll start with this. On the Senate side, both candidates are wrapping themselves in who is more Trump than the other one. Is that true in the governor's race?
So what we see in Ohio, and it might be different here than any place else, President Trump enjoys unbelievable support from Republican primary voters. Every poll I've seen, all the events that we've done, over 170 events, there is extraordinary support for our president today in this state, as much, if not more, than there was on November of 2016.
Is that true? Is that true only of primary voters, or is that true statewide?
So right now we're really looking mostly or only
Obviously,
at primary voters.
That's Tuesday.
3 days out. But so it's important to support the president. That's what, we have learned in this state for the last year and a half, and it's important to support his policies.
What policies? Is it specific to policies, or is it specific to his view of the world?
It's important.
In his style.
It's important to support his policies.
What policies?
So you think about what he's going to talk about today, the tax reform, the tax cuts, Trump tax cuts, and talking to small businesses and understanding this is having a really good positive impact. I talked to small businesses who have said the economy looks great for them. And that's great news because it's putting Ohioans back to work, and Ohioans are better off because of it. We, in Ohio, we support, and I support President Trump, build the wall, secure our borders, shut down sanctuary cities in the state of Ohio and across our country, keep our people safe, keep the promises that you made. And in fact, that's exactly what President Trump is doing.
You have been lieutenant governor for longer than President Trump has been president. Valerie Jarrett, President Obama's former advisor, senior advisor, saying essentially, hey, look, a lot of the economic growth we are seeing in Ohio and other states in the Midwest, yeah, perhaps President Trump had something to do with it, but the economic boom of 2010 through 2016 also contributed to it. Is that fair? What can you trace directly to President Trump?
So if you think about where we could have been today, we're at the end of that 10-year cycle where the economy would have, if you look back in history, would have curved down. And in fact, it hasn't done that because Trump policies are working. So although we've made progress in Ohio, and I think you said, or I heard earlier, lowest unemployment we've seen in how long?
3.9%.
It's extraordinary. But when I talk to business owners today, they say the economy is better than they expected, and their outlook for the future is better than they expected. And President Trump's been in office for a year and a half, and a lot of that's attributed to the policies that he's put in place and the other things he's doing to improve the lives of Americans.
One key part of President Trump's message has been this: I'm an outsider, I'm not a politician, and I promised I would not use the word outsider during this entire show because I've heard it too much on television in the ads, but it is this idea of a different type of politician. The attack on you is a little bit different. I want to show you an ad that's running in Ohio and get your reaction. Take a listen.
Is Mary Taylor ready to be governor? Taylor can't keep her staff, raising questions about her leadership and oversight. She was busted using the state airplane for personal use, and Taylor is dogged by rumors that she skips out on work. A slacker whose work schedule is almost untraceable. Mary Taylor, unfit and unqualified.
Implicit in that is this idea that you're just another politician. Is that a tougher reputation to shake in this current climate?
So this is what I haven't seen this one. Just my opponent lying about me on TV because he can't defend his own liberal record. And in fact, it's not true. I spent 16 years working in the private sector as a CPA. I understand what it means to create a job in the private sector. My opponent has been on the public dole for 42 years and has had no relevant private sector experience. So it's unfortunate we're in that silly season, as we call it, in politics. So what we're really trying to do is focus on, what I bring to the table, not only my private sector experience, but also the policies that we will push to make Ohio a better state to work and live and raise a family.
Well, as you point out, President Trump won this state by 8 points. It's still, we have it from the Fox News Power Rankings as a toss-up when it comes to the general election. Win or lose on Tuesday, come back and talk to us about it as things go on. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.